welcome. If you are new, I am Ambrosia and I am the eclectic herb. Hello, welcome back, and if you are new, I am the... Hello. Welcome back. If you are new, I am Ambrosia and I am the eclectic herbalist. So it has been quite a while, quite a few months. This is my background as of right now. We'll get to that. If you remember, several months ago I did an unboxing video and said I had a few more videos to post and then never posted them. That is because once I got into the editing or going over my edits, I decided the trashmen are getting trashed, but I decided I didn't like them, scrapped them, and planned to re-record, but the issue was that there just is very limited space. I don't really have like a decent background going on. So I have my computer. This is my background right now. We are in the middle of remodeling our camper. There's a short. I have a YouTube short somewhere. We bought a camper. If you missed it, it's just a 29-foot Jayco, and it does not have any like slide outs, so it's very small for a family of 5 and a dog. We still do have our rabbits, and I still have my snake Juju. He's just in a new sort of smaller terrarium, and the rabbits got a new hutch and are outside. What else that I need to update on? Like I said, we are remodeling it. I don't like this walling, so we are putting like vinyl wallpaper over it. I got the kitchen and the bathroom done. The one in the kitchen is like kind of peeling off, but I got the bathroom, the kind of kitchen area done, and then we have just remodeled the dinette area. We took out the table and the benches it came with and put in our new table. One of the videos I had set and ready to post and then just decided I didn't like it was a review about the summer classes I took with Herbal Academy. I am still studying herbalism, though those summer classes were probably the last sort of classes I've taken. I still am mixing teas, but that's because I'm mixing teas for my book writing. But anyways, so I had that video talking about, it was the review on the summer classes I took, and then which was the tea crafting workshop and the flower pressing workshop. They also had a drink mixing one, but I did not take that one. I do want to still study herbalism and I still want to do my videos on it, but I have untreated ADHD, so when I get hyper-focused, I tend to stick with it, and because I hyper-focused on writing my book and it ended up doing better than I thought it would, I have been hyper-focused on that for the last 2 years. So that's what we are going to kind of talk about other than the camper and stuff. So I still do herbalism, witchcraft stuff I do, but I kind of keep it on like very down low because of just like where we're at, and we have like a lot of these neighbors over here nosy. We just got nosy neighbors, and I don't want to be doing all my witchcraft stuff outside, and I don't have my big altar space like I had at the house. I have just maybe, what would that be, like a foot, and then like 3 feet next to my bed, like a little nightstand area. But as for like studying or practice or anything like that, I have done really mundane, basic, practical, everyday magic. So stirring my coffee clockwise and speaking to it, which I do every morning. I haven't really meditated or worked out or done anything in the last year. The last year since last February when we moved has been just a constant cycle of catch up and trying to get back into my just basic everyday schedule. I went from being able to get up whenever I want and work out and meditate and have the space to do all that, and then go start working on my book until whatever time in the night I wanted. And I went from that to having to have my computer in a room where my mother slept, and she didn't get up till like 6 or 7, so I really couldn't get in there to work until after 7, and then by 5 they'd come home. And elderly parents like to take little nappies. I like to take little nappies. She'd come home at 5, and by like 6 or 7 she'd be ready for sleep, so I'd have to end my work day. Also, my parents are parents, so me sitting on a computer all day at home typing isn't necessarily work. At least not to my stepfather. My mom, because she was in the room that I worked in, sometimes I'd be able to work a little bit longer, so she actually got to witness all of the steps. But parents are parents, and no matter what you're doing, if it is on a screen, you're just not doing anything at all. I didn't have space, this, that, and the other. Then we bought our camper, and with the Diana in here, there's about this much space to walk. Not enough space to meditate or work out, and I don't want to go do that outside. Don't like doing that stuff in front of people. These neighbors, they have like a window right into everything over here, so don't want to do that. But yeah, with this new table, which you guys will see the finished product later, I have floor space so I can meditate, work out, do my yoga, and get back into that. I just blabbered, but that's okay. We'll get back into what we are talking about. So, the reason I have been MIA with videos, other than not having space, not having a decent background, and just trying to get in the flow of everything once again, I have been working on my 3rd book in my Taking of Persephone series. I have, oh, big stretch! Was that a big stretch? It's so cute. Sorry, that's my dog. If you have been following me for quite some time, you may have seen the few scattered videos I have talking about it. The Taking of Persephone series is just a retelling of that entire myth. It is not a modern retelling. It is based between the Iliad and the Odyssey. And book 1 is in Persephone's perspective, but it's when she was formerly known as Kore, and it goes through a brief glimpse of her childhood into her leaving to go to the underworld. It is, in this version, her choice. I took from the many different versions of the tale. But she ends up going, meets Hades. Well, she already met Hades. But she ends up going, and it's her journey there and what she did while she was there, and their whole love story. The 2nd book is Hades' perspective, and it starts a little bit earlier than Kore's perspective starts, and it's kind of how he felt about things, and then his own plot line about some going on in Elysium, or I probably really butchered that, but some going on there. That's his whole plot. The 3rd book is in Demeter's perspective, and it heavily takes from the harmonic hymn of Demeter. Let me make sure I get that right, because I knew what it was called, but I was just shortening it to the hymn of Demeter, and someone really called me out on these videos one time. They did not see that it was obviously a horrible retelling for that video, but they got me. Anyways, harmonic hymn of Demeter, it's heavily referenced for her perspective in that, and it's before Kore was conceived, the pregnancy, and then how she took those 10 days where she did not know where Kore was. 9 days she found out on the 10th. Let me also clarify that. But 10 days, what she was doing for those 10 days, and then what she did, or where she was the next 12 or 11 or 12 months after that. There is going to be a 4th book, and it's going to go back to Kore's perspective, but by then she's going to have the name Persephone, and it kind of explains why. But those are those 4 books. I have been working on book 3. Book 4 does not come out until 2025, so I'm actually taking a break from the series next year. doing 3 short novellas, 2 of which are connected to the series, but the 3rd one is like of its own. But yeah, for the last since November. Hades was published in September. I took September and October off and got to work on Demeter in November. So since November, I have been working on her diligently. She is currently out with the beta readers, and then it will be out to the ARCs and out and published. Blubbering. That's basically how I write stories too, just blubbering. I had a script in my head for how this video would go. Is it going that way? Not exactly, but they never do. Can I promise that my videos will be consistent? I cannot. I cannot promise that at the moment right now because I am writing. So yeah, I cannot promise I will be more consistent. I can promise that I will try, but will there be big, large gaps like this? Probably. There'll probably be months between videos. I'm going to try and not shoot for that. I did bring all of my herbs and my apothecary stuff from storage. But those herbs are also like over a year old. So the potency in them is very low. They are probably rendered useless for commercial anything. So, and anything I make with them probably won't come out very good. I'll have to look that up though. Anyways, that is all. I have completely forgotten my intro and outro. What was it? I will see you guys all in my next video.